Good morning, Internet and Forrest Fenn searchers. I am doing the top 10 things about Forrest Fenn's hidden treasure chest. Yes, I said it. The top 10 things about Forrest Fenn's hidden treasure chest. And it may include more than 10 things, but I have a list. So there is the treasure chest. It is alleged to be a bronze box. It is alleged to be an original. Uh, and so let's go down the list. Okay, so after a lot of. I thought it would be easier to do a top 10 thing, and it wasn't. It was a lot more work to cut a video and make all sorts of graphics, but I'm doing the top 10 things about Forrest Fenn's treasure. And there it is. There's the treasure chest. Interestingly enough, and then it's outside the top 10, is that there's multiple pictures of it, of the chest. So let's dig into this top 10 things about Forrest Fenn's treasure chest. Made this crazy slideshow here. See if any of it even works the way it should. Number one, the treasure chest is alleged to be 10 inches by 10 inches by 5 inches. That's a fun fact. So, thing number two. I probably should have said thing. Thing number two. Alleged. The box is alleged to be made of bronze, and based on calculations, holds alleged 660 cubic inches of material or items. And if you're into metrics, 0.01 0.0108155 cubic meters, or about 10.8 liters, which I'm not in the metric system, and even 660 cubic inches. I can imagine this. I can't. Oh, there was a picture too. There's a really nice picture of that. Oh, that goes with the slide. So, thing number three. This picture might be a reproduction that you're looking at right here, or this could be a picture of the real thing. Uh, it does sort of look like a lot of the things that's been described in it. Anyways, the box itself is alleged to be Romanesque from the 11th and 12th century. The actual box itself. Let's go to number four. Thing about Forrest Fenn's box. Forrest Fenn named the treasure box Indulgence. Okay, I hope that goes with the other one. Which I think this is interesting. He named the box Indulgence, which can mean satisfaction, but also alternate definition is an extension of time in which to pay a bill or debt. And the Roman Catholic Church, this is a long time ago in the 15th century or 14th century, called indulgence, which was granted by the Pope, and it allowed people to be released from their sins after absolution in purgatory. And in the Middle Ages, it was popular to be able to purchase indulgences. And I wrote that wrong, by pardons. So they would sell these indulgences, which would provide you absolution from sins in purgatory. And that is kind of interesting in a way, because Forrest Fenn did, and some people point at him and say he did pull a lot of artifacts out of Indian land and made a lot of money out of it. I don't know. Is he hiding this thing out in the mountains of the Rocky Mountains? A form of, per, you know, his indulgence is absolution from purgatory. I don't know, but it is kind of interesting. He calls it indulgence, and that is the reference to it. So there is, I think, a pretty good picture of that. I don't know if it's original or this is a reproduction, but this is the alleged box. It is 10 inches by 10 inches by 5 inches, and I did not convert that into metrics. But it's, in this picture, it's hard. There's these screws here and this piece of wood, it's really hard to get a feel for any reference to how big or small that box is. But I mean, it's about the size of a toaster oven. So number five thing about the box, which is really not well. Things about the box is so much the stuff that's hidden inside is alleged to be 265 gold coins comprised of American Eagle, Double Eagle, and some Middle Eastern coins that date back to the 13th century. Number six thing is it's this often talked about, and I believe this is the bracelet that's talked about. I'm not sure, 100% sure if this is it, but I believe it is. That Forrest Fenn put this bracelet inside a turquoise and silver bracelet with 22 beads from Mesa Verde excavated in 1901, and the actual bracelet was alleged to be made in 1902 by an Indian. That's my understanding. Moving on. I kind of ran out of pictures to start throwing inside this thing, but here is an example of, I believe, the one side of the double eagle coins that are inside. And I think he said there are, going back to the other slide, 265 coins. American Eagle, Double Eagle, some Middle Eastern coins. There's the bracelet again. I'm out of order now. There we are. Number seven thing, the indulgence, the treasure chest, contains gold nuggets alleged to be hundreds of small gold nuggets, as found in nature or Alaskan placer, suggests at least a few the size of a chicken egg. So, if you've seen the other picture, there's definitely a mix of coins in there and gold. Here's the other side of the double eagle. Number eight thing about the chest is contains diamonds, at least a dozen, and emeralds, sapphires, and rubies. Number nine, a gold frog and gold dust. I guess it would have been nice if I'd gotten the pictures to line up with the things, but these are, and I don't know this to be exact. I just pulled these off the internet, but these are Romanesque, the coins that he alleges and I to be in there, and this is the best I could find. It may possibly be something different, but those are some gold coins. And finally, number 10. So I can get him to zoom in. So, additionally, there's other necklaces, and there's also been pictures, and he's described that there's pieces of jade or jade items inside. This picture has been around for a while. It's interesting that there's other pictures of the chest. There's this little, I think that's the frog. There's been a lot of, this picture may have been made for promotional purposes. My guess calculation is that there's probably about 30 pounds worth of gold. It could be more. I'm just using the 30 pounds. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. There's 480 ounce. The current value of gold is $1,300 per ounce as of today in March 2019. The street value of this gold is worth $624,000 United States. Greenbacks 2019. The estimated value of the box alone was, I believe, around 25,000 in 2013. I personally think if you just went out and tried to sell this thing, like if you found it and you just took all the stuff out and tried to sell the box alone, I'm guessing that you might be able to get at least 100,000. That's just my guess. It's totally my guess. Is you like put it up for auction? My guess is it can spiral even up higher because a collector or somebody may want it and just bid it up crazy number. But I think it's probably worth about $100,000 just because of that was the thrill of the chase, and this guy Forrest Fenn hit it, and it's been in the Rockies. But on the other hand, the chest could be beat up. You never know. The other treasures valued, the rubies, the the jade, the necklace. I'm just putting a really conservative value of 50,000. I think, and I jumped around. I mean, somehow I got from 624,000, added 50. I think the whole thing, like if you found it and you put it up for auction, I would put a base price of $1 million on the whole thing. And personally, I think that it would get bid up crazy from there because somebody would want it. A collector, a searcher, and maybe even a museum would want the thing, the whole collection, so, and be able to tell the story. So that is. See if I can get. I can't get back to the first slide. So that's my top 10. Kind of a broken little experience, but there's. I think this is a good picture. It shows. I really think this is possible. That this is the original. So there's my top 10. Like my page, like my YouTube channel, and subscribe if you like, and probably cut some more videos here this weekend. So thanks for watching.